Today is the 70th anniversary of the D-Day invasion that began the end of the war in Europe. And what a day to have with us Michael Garceau, the executive director and the founder and chair of Honor Flight Capital Region. Now, that's the local hub of the Honor Flight Network. And Honor Flights, of course, bring our World War II veterans here pro bono to the nation's capital so that they can witness firsthand the amazing World War II memorial on the Mall. Michael Garceau, thank you for all you do, and thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's great to be speaking with you.
So tell me specifically about what today is going to be like on this, the 70th anniversary of D-Day, for you and for the Honor Flight Network.
Right. Well, clearly it's a special day. It's a significant anniversary. And here in D.C., Honor Flight Capital Region, I'll have the good fortune of heading down to the World War II Memorial here in just a little bit. There's a ceremony going on at 11, and I'm going to be joining a local World War II veteran, resident of Silver Spring. He'll be laying a wreath at the World War II Memorial to commemorate the 70th anniversary. He actually served on D-Day. He was in the first wave of the landings at Utah Beach. So it'll be a very special morning and a poignant ceremony for this veteran.
Michael, I have a friend who volunteers for Honor Flight out of Kansas, and I was just talking to him last month, and he told me that it's remarkable that so many World War II vets have not been to the mall to see the memorial, and he told me that a lot of them, they haven't been on a plane since the war.
Yeah, I think that is frequently the case. Unfortunately, there's probably at this point fewer than 10% of the 60 million men and women who served during World War II. So we're down to below, I think, 1.6 million left. So Honor Flight is really in a race against time to try and get as many World War II veterans to their memorial as possible. And obviously, while there's over 100 Honor Flight affiliates now, and we've brought more than 100,000 World War II veterans to D.C., especially for the affiliates that are spread around the country and have to fly the veterans in, it's a very complex trip, and you can typically only fit about 100 veterans on a flight. So, right. But we're serving as many as possible.
Michael, with Honor Flights as our guest, Michael Garceau. Michael, look, when I go down to the World War II Memorial, I think it is really an emotional experience. I mean, when you stop and think about the enormity of what that memorial represents, it hits people like me straight between the eyes. Tell us what it's like for the veterans who actually served in that war and served in that fight when they go to the World War II Memorial.
Sure, and I think your experience it's very common. It's being at the World War II Memorial, and especially being at the World War II Memorial to greet an Honor Flight, is one of the most powerful experiences I think anybody can have. And for the veterans themselves, it's not uncommon to see these very stoic and humble veterans begin to cry when they see their memorial. For them, they've waited 70 years for their day of honor and recognition, which is what Honor Flight provides them. And for many of them, they came home from the war and they put that chapter of their lives behind them. They moved on. They rebuilt not only the U.S. economy, but the world economy. And for many of them, it's sort of the first time that they're going back and revisiting their experiences and their memories for the war. And I think it's important for them. It provides them with a sense of closure. And I think for many of them that lost so many friends and so many comrades during the war, it helps to assure them that we as a country will never forget those sacrifices and will never forget their incredible service to our country.
Michael, I'm sure you're touching a lot of people when they hear this, and they would love to be able to help. What kind of help do you need at Honor Flight Capital Region? People locally, I'm guessing that there's a whole lot of logistics that go on here, specifically in the nation's capital, to get these guys here and then to help escort them to the memorial.
Yeah, that's a great question. So here at Honor Flight Capital Region, we serve local World War II veterans who live in D.C., Northern Virginia, and Maryland. We take them on a special trip, provide them with a homecoming that's been owed to them for 70-plus years. And actually, our next trip is going to be September, so what we'll really need is people to come out to the World War II Memorial to greet these heroes and to let them know that they haven't been forgotten. Now, in the meantime, there's over 100 other honor flight affiliates, and they're flying in almost on a daily basis. There's really wonderful volunteer opportunities for folks who live in the capital area. You can greet flights at BWI, Dulles, or National at DCA, and you can also come out to the World War II Memorial and greet these honor flights as they arrive. Now, this weekend, here that we're in the 70th anniversary of D-Day, there's some fantastic volunteer opportunities, particularly on Saturday. We have what's called a Super Saturday, where we have numerous honor flights, trips arriving. We'll have several hundred World War II veterans arriving at the World War II Memorial between about 9 and 3 p.m. So folks who are interested in volunteering and really experiencing a very, very powerful volunteer experience can come down to the World War II Memorial Saturday morning. We meet on the south side of the World War II Memorial. And also they can take a look at our Facebook page. I'm going to post up a schedule for the greetings for this weekend. And we're simply Honor Flight CR on Facebook.
And if someone listening to this interview says, I love this idea, I want to help out, I want to make a financial contribution, how might they go about that?
Right, they can make a donation directly to Honor Flight Capital Region if they're here in the D.C. area. And our website's simply honorflightcr.org. That's honorflightcharlieromeo.org. If they're listening from other parts of the country, they can go to honorflight.org, find their local Honor Flight affiliate, make a donation to that affiliate, or they can simply donate directly to the national organization and indicate to which affiliate they'd like their gift to go to.
Michael,
Flight is...
Oh, go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Honor Flight is funded entirely by donations from individuals, and all of the 100-plus affiliates are entirely volunteer-led.
Great.
So all donations go directly to providing World War II veterans with their special trip.
Michael Garceau with Honor Flight Capital Region. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for joining us today. And, listen, no better way to commemorate the 70th anniversary of D-Day today. Take some time out of your day. Get down there to the memorial. And if you see one of those guys in a chair, most of them are in wheelchairs now, but they've got their caps that show that they're vets. You give them a hug. Man, what an amazing thing those boys did 70 years ago.